Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you all? I know it's cold. Trust me, I know it's cold. I looked outside this morning and just thought, Lord Jesus, what am I going to do?
Right?
I could just see that it was going to be one of those days. But, you know, I hope that you're all warm, comfortable in your spaces, and that, you know, you're doing good for yourself and your community. Yeah, so, you know, it's really good to see that you are here with us. Thank you very much for joining us.
And keeping warm at the same time, all right?
Yeah,
okay.
You see that person? T-shirt, everything on the day, and I'm like, what? Hey, listen, it's cold. Yeah, so you have to take it on board.
Exactly.
Yeah? So, that being said, listen, tonight we've got someone very special coming to speak to us, and we're keeping that theme going about your health. I know this is the Christmas period, and next week we'll be looking at Christmas and things that's happening around.
Yes.
But for this moment on, we're looking at our own health. And we've got someone here who's been a nurse for 37 years, 37 years experience as a nurse, set up her own business, has written a book. So, you know, rather than I speak about it, why don't we
She's a motivational speaker as well, and she helps businesses, empowers them and everything. So, yeah, without further ado.
Yes, please. And it's Miss Shirley Powell.
Yeah. Come on in, Shirley. Come on in.
Greetings to you. How are you doing?
Good evening. Welcome, everybody.
Good evening, Shirley.
Nice to see you, Lorraine and Hugh, and thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You know, we are lucky enough to have people in our community, that are doing so much, but unfortunately, not many of us know, and we don't have a place where we can present that information and just that knowledge for people to get on board. So, you know, it's a pleasure to actually have you here, because what you do and what you've done in the community is an absolute blessing. So I would like to ask you, first question, as I normally do, my little Arsenal bit.
Yes. Well, no, not Arsenal. Don't give me that name.
It's Arsenal. That's what I do anyway. Who are you and where you from? Who are you?
Well, quite a few people know me on Facebook, but for those, Shirley Powell, and I'm the founder of a company called Your Life in Your Hands, which is a health and well-being organization. We help you to live and stay well. That's our mission statement.
Okay, so that's your life in your hand.
Your life in your hands. That's right.
Yeah. Remember, people, it's a very simple quotation. Your life in your hands. You take responsibility. Shirley will give you the tools to take care of your life in your hands. Yeah. So, where were you educated? And before even that, where are you from?
Well, my parents are from the Caribbean. They're from a small, some people call it a small island called Nevis.
Okay.
But I was born here. My parents came over from the Caribbean as part of the Windrush generation in the 60s, and they had me, and I was born in Bedford.
Okay.
There, but we moved to Ipswich when I was about a year old. So I've been in Ipswich, did all my schooling in Ipswich, and I studied as part of my nursing. I studied at the Queen Mary University in hospital at London, University in London, and I did my master's there. And I did my master's in primary care. And I also did my degree for when I did my district nursing course and qualified as a district nursing sister. And I did it in 1997. So I have a degree and my master's as well.
Right.
I did my postgraduate certificate in education there because I was looking to go down the teaching route. So I also qualified to teach as well as a postgraduate certificate with a postgraduate certificate in education.
Wow, that's extensive. Wow, I should have been.
And I'm wearing well, aren't I?
You are indeed. You are indeed. And it is, this is the wealth of knowledge that we have. All right. Somebody sent something through onto the group earlier about the amazing people. When you're looking for knowledge, when you're looking to be trained, you don't go outside. We've got enough talent
within our
own to elevate us, and you're one of them. So I hope everybody can take that on board if they're looking to go down that route. Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the things that we want to talk about was you say where you served and where you're based, but where you're based still there?
Yes, our organisation is based in a place called Ipswich in Suffolk, but mobile service.
Right.
And we are flexible, so we move around. We bring care to your doorstep. So if you're somebody who wants to have a health check at home, we come to your door.
Okay, so wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Is that local to Ipswich, or am I in a position where I can give you a call and say I need to have a health check, and with the things to support that, you'd come down to London per se to make that happen?
Come down to London and to see you, and we'd arrange for you to have your health check. So people can come to me, or I can go to them.
Okay. And is it just a general health check? If somebody says, do you know what, I've not had a full rundown to see where I'm at whatever stage of life you are, is it just a general one, or is it more specific pertaining to a person?
Well, what we do in our organisation is a fully comprehensive health check. So to your doctor, you would go, some people would call it like an MOT. But what we do is we look at your medical history. We actually look at how you eat, how you sleep. So complete lifestyle assessment, which looks at how you sleep. Because as you know, whatever you do in your personal life impacts on your professional life, whatever you're doing. So it's important we treat people holistically. So we actually look at, so there's a questionnaire that if anybody would like a health check, we get them to complete online, the health check. And after they complete the questionnaire, then we will meet up, have a phone call with them, and to go through to make sure I've got all the relevant information. And if that person then wants to go on and have screen for blood tests, we then can come and do the blood test. We offer cholesterol and we offer screening for diabetes. These two, because they're mainly quite prominent amongst the Afro-Caribbean community. So I advise if people have a history of diabetes in their family, they see really important for them to have a screen for diabetes and also for cholesterol. But we also do their blood pressure, their observations, take a medical history, and based on the information that they give me, then they can have a full report, which we then give, and then they can share that with their own GP. So it's quite a comprehensive health check. And the blood tests, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, Shirley's going to come with a vial of blood. No, what we do is a little finger prick. That's all. Finger prick of blood. And we have a £2,000 piece of kit that we use, which analyzes your blood, and you get the results immediately so that you don't have to wait months, weeks. As soon as you've had the test, you get the results straight away. So you can then start to implement and apply any new changes, behavioral changes in your life to your lifestyle straight away.
So in terms of that finger prick, in terms of that blood, now what is precisely is it looking for? I mean, is it just those areas that you spoke about, or more than that? Is it more comprehensive as well?
If it's the diabetes check that we do, when you have the finger prick, what it will do, it will analyze whether you are diabetic or not. When you're at that stage where you could be pre-diabetic, so you can then start to do something about your care. And it actually analyzes how much sugar you have in your blood over the last 3 months. So people don't realize, but it can build up in your blood. And sometimes not sometimes, actually, if you're pre-diabetic, you wouldn't know, because most people don't have symptoms. But if you're diabetic, you then go on to get other symptoms. So if you're in that pre-diabetic stage and you have a family history, I always recommend people to do that, because by having that little finger prick test, it will analyze your blood. And at the end of it, you'll get what we call your HbA1c, which is the range and the level that the blood will monitor to tell you what your levels are. And there's certain levels which will tell you whether you're in normal range or whether you're out of range. And anything between 4 and 7 is within normal range. If you're heading up to nearly 6, you know that you're heading to get into that pre-diabetic stage. So it's really important for our people, because there is a high incidence along. And during the lockdown and the pandemic, because people are at home, you know, their fridge is their friend. You know how it is. Diabetes is on the increase because people haven't been able to go out and do their walks. They haven't been able to, you know, so they go, oh, I just don't have a cup of tea. Let's have a biscuit with it. Or they might have a bit of bulla cake, or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, the sugar is creeping up, and it's in the blood. So the tests are very thorough, and the cholesterol one will monitor the cholesterol levels in the blood. There is another test that we do, but we'll do that if there's somebody who has an underlying health issue, immune problem, and we do that test only if we know that there is something that they need to find out, and that one is also done as well. But they're the main two that we do, are the diabetes and the cholesterol. But we will get other information to be able to support that person. So say, for example, Lorraine, if it's a woman with a women's health problem, I can then direct them to what to do. And if they need to be signposted, then we would signpost them. But we also, because of you're treating the person as a whole, you know, we can't compartmentalize. We can't do that. You know, we treat people as a whole. So usually something is affecting something else. And, you know, as women, we have hormone, we have menopause, we have all kinds of
hormones and everything.
Yes.
So in regards to that, once you somebody comes to yourself and we get all of these tests done, and we get them back and we take them to the doctors.
Yes.
Would there be any issue if we said, right, you know what, I've had this test done, can you deal with it because it's showing this, and this, whether there's a high level of diabetes or you're on the line to, will the doctor then take that on board and say, right, okay, I can see you've had the test done, let me put you forward for more extensive tests? Or do they turn around and say, actually, we have to redo the tests again because they're not from us?
It depends. I mean, most doctors may want to go ahead and do the test before again. I mean, our organisation has gone into shopping centres, and we've actually offered taster sessions to people who have come along and had the test. And we've found a percentage of people who didn't know they were diabetic and ended up, the results showed that they were diabetic, and they went to the GP, and then the GP did more tests and it was confirmed. Our machine that we use is very accurate. It's a 2000 kit. It's very accurate. They use them in hospitals, and you know, I would like to say that the GPs would go ahead with the results.
Exactly.
Most of them, knowing from my own past experience with myself, they would like to say, well, we'll do our own. But you know, at least it's highlighted the situation for them to take note and say, okay, let's look at your health more closely.
Okay. Brilliant. So now one of the good things about what you do, I mean, in screening for diabetes and you know where you are, this information is given to you straight away.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Whereas you go to the doctors, you could be waiting 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's if they call you. Yeah.
Exactly.
And when they do call you, it's almost like a panic situation.
Exactly.
So the important thing is, this is a test that you can actually have that can give you the information before, so that you can prepare yourself to talk to the doctor and to, in a way, force the doctor to do something rather than to leave you alone and not knowing exactly where you stand. And, you know, I commend you because you actually go out into the community. So can you tell us about how the process works in terms of the screening, where you go and so on?
So most people can contact me via the website and book an appointment. We have two calendars, one for a free consultation. So if somebody wants to talk to me for a few minutes, if they just want health advice, because you and I know when you try and get an appointment with a doctor, you're lucky if you get 15 minutes.
Well, exactly.
30 minutes with me when they see me face to face to do their check. That's why we find we like people to go online and complete the health questionnaire, because from once they've done the health questionnaire, then it cuts down on the time that we spend together, that we can just do the blood test, we do their blood pressure, we do their height and weight. We also look at what their class. I don't know if you know what I mean by the BMI, which looks at metabolic rate. And what that does, we can then look at the height and weight and tell that person if they are overweight, if they need to lose weight, if there is something that they need to do concerning their health. And one of the other things which not a lot of other organizations do is we set goals with that person. We say, what, as a result of your test that you've had today and your assessment you've had today, which goals would you like to set? So we allow them to set the goals, and we don't just leave people. We'll actually follow people up, and if they want to be coached, they can then book in to have coaching sessions with us, or they can join our health management club where they get ongoing support with their ongoing care. A lot of people will go to the doctors and that's it, and then they might not see them for another 6 months or another year. But people will have the opportunity to have ongoing support as part of health management and work with us to improve their health and well-being. And I've had some through the group who've actually contacted me, and they're doing very well with their health. We had one gentleman, for example, we worked with the Bangladesh community and he wanted to reduce his blood sugar levels. So through working with us, we gave him a meal plan to work with. And within the space of 3 months, he was able to bring his blood sugars back down to normal range. Just through
working with yourselves.
Yes. So we've had some very good results with the clients that we work with in supporting them.
So do you have specific dates and times that you go up and down the country? So I know that you said that you go to various shopping centres and various different communities. Are there varying times like you will come down to London and say, right, we're going to be, I don't know, Brent Cross or wherever, so that people can know where you are to come and find you?
Yes, when they log into the library, they will see the appointments that are available, and they will see the appointments that are blocked out. I tend to normally on a Thursday do a half day, because if I do what I tend to do in the afternoons is use that for consultations. So if somebody wants to have a consultation with me on the phone, I would use that time for that. And then there'll be other days where I'll set times, because I need to have travel time to get to people. So I have to put in when I do the appointments. So if it's a bit further afield, I will block out enough time to allow me to do so many. But if I'm coming to somewhere like London, I like to make it worth my while and say, look, I'm in London, book up
book your appointments.
Yes. And then that
so
way,
everyone, book your appointments and come and see Shirley. All right. And once again, welcome to all of you that are listening in. And we're hoping that this is very informative for you,
and you can share it around.
Right? All right.
Now,
and Shirley, they can look online at the on the website to look at the questionnaires and see what questions are asked. But it's all to do with their health and well-being.
Okay. And it's also in the chat, everyone. So if you want to find the link, I know I've got it on the screen there showing to you now. But if you wish to book an appointment, it's also in the chat, and we'll share it again in the group as well. Okay.
I just want to say that the one in the chat is if people want to book a 15-minute consultation. But if they want to book a health check, they're better to go to the website and book on the website.
Okay. Lovely.
Great. And what is the website? Can you tell us what the website is, please?
It's Your Life in Your Hands.
.co.
It's www.yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk.
Okay. Yeah. So that's wonderful. So that's www.yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk. Yeah. So that's important for people.
All one word.
Yeah. Now, I want to go back a little bit, and it's about where you are presently. But the thing is, where did you transition from being a nurse to this entrepreneur and this having this business? What brought you to this, transition? Where did you get? How did you get there?
Wow, good question. I gave up my corporate. I actually say I left my corporate role in 2015 because I've been nursing. I'd worked in different areas. I worked in a hospital. I worked in theatres and in recovery as a recovery nurse.
Okay.
I've worked in prison as a healthcare nurse in prison.
Okay.
I worked in London as a modern matron. I'd worked in the community as a community nurse and a district nurse. But my last job was in the corporate role, was working as a head of care in a neurological centre in Suffolk.
Wow.
And I was going to work one day, and there were elements of the job that I really enjoyed, and there were elements of the job which I thought, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this.
Do I need this in my life?
Yeah, and I started to feel like a round peg trying to be fitted into a square hole, hole. And I just felt like, surely there's more to life than this. And we have entrepreneurial in the family because my grandmother used to make cakes back in the Caribbean, and they used to go and sell them and do. So there's entrepreneurial spirit in the family anyway. But I used to do a job where I worked as a health lead nurse, working with a company who done the health checks.
Okay.
And I love that so much because I love meeting people, working with people, engaging with people. So I thought, you know what, I could do this as my business. So at first, I kind of fell into it because I wanted to really do it because I wanted to go into doing agency and bank nursing. Said that you would need to have a limited company and able to do it so that you could get paid through a limited company. And then I started to take it serious probably after a year or two in, and then decided that, I'm going to make this business work and start to go out there and get clients to work with. So that's what led me into it, mainly from doing nursing. I wanted to come away because I wanted to have that freedom.
Yes.
To do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And also, I was also involved in the church as a pastor. So
well, that's where I just wanted to come in because you see,
the motivational speaking.
You have been a health and lifestyle coach, a mentor, an entrepreneur, an author, an international speaker, and a local pastor.
Exactly.
Right. So the range.
We don't do anything by halves, right?
Right. The range. Right. So tell us about being the pastor.
Well, I was ordained as a pastor in 2008 in a church. The church is no longer under that umbrella because God was leading me to start our own church as True Vine Church. But we started off with the Church of God in Christ United. It was a Pentecostal church.
Okay.
And after that, I was often called on to do funeral services, wedding blessings, christenings, even in our own church, we were doing dedication services. So I felt I needed that flexibility to be able to do that. And if you're in a 9-to-5 job, you can't just say, oh, I need this day off, because they soon say, no, you can't have it. By having my own business, I had that flexibility that I could be available for the community. I used to attend meetings. I used to do volunteer work. So if people wanted me to do a funeral service for them, I could then have that time to go and spend with the family, go through what they want for the funeral services, and then have that time to be with our community and be all in, because you can't be all in and do that when you're actually working in a 9-to-5 role.
So now I want
the thing, isn't it?
I want to stop you there because there's so much, right? So let's now talk. I'm going to go like this all the time, right? So let's now talk about being an author, right? So now being a pastor is one thing, motivational speaker. Yeah,
well, because see where that comes from. Because that obviously comes from.
Where does the book come in now, and what's the book about?
Well, the book is called, I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's called The Walls Around Me.
Well, we've actually got a picture. right?
Okay.
That we can share. All right.
So
Let me see if I put up the correct one. There you go.
Yes, the walls around me. There you go.
Right,
What it is I was contacted by another lady. She's like a friend from another mother, but she's like a sister from another mother, I should say.
Yeah.
And I was contacted to be one of the authors, co-authors in this book.
Yeah.
And my chapter in here is called Renewing Your Mind. So what I did is I wrote the chapter, I think we did it about 3 years ago now.
Okay.
And it actually talks about, the whole book is different chapters about different authors talking about the experience of caring for a loved one with a mental health condition. And because I've had experience myself of caring for my own family member with a mental health condition, I was able to tell the story and give tips, self-care tips of what to do when you're caring for someone, a loved one with a mental health condition. My person had schizophrenia, so it was actually sharing my story about what happened and what I did to support myself in self-care when caring for somebody with a mental health condition. I'm sure we can all relate at times. There are many people, particularly more so now in the lockdown, because when I've looked at the figures, the highest percentages of people going to the doctors is with anxiety and stress and mental health. They're the top 3 things that people are going to the GP about now. And the lockdown hasn't helped in terms of with people's mental health. So it's really important for people to understand about what they can do to care for their mental health. So as I was contacted to do that as one of the 9 co-authors, then this book, The Walls Around Me, was birthed. The author, the main person who compiled it was Mertha Dubois. She's in America. She's like my twin because we share the same birthday. And we came together and we had this book. This book was published. So I think we're in our 3rd year now. So every year around Mental Health Awareness Day, we actually promote the book. So if anybody would love the book, I've given the link in there if they would like a copy of the book.
Yeah, and I'm putting it, I'll be sharing that too. I will say thank you very much again for everyone for joining us this evening. I know some people have said, can we change our position on our Facebook so that you can share this particular link? But if you like what you're hearing from Shirley, we are also live streaming on the YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well.
So the Black Business Recommendation
pop over
YouTube
there,
account,
and then you'll be able to
you can share that as well,
and
just so you can
get
share
everyone
it
over there to watch also. Okay.
Yeah. And while you're over there, don't forget to subscribe, so that we actually have people coming on board, and we have approximately maybe 60 or more interviews. So you can choose and you can take some time out and listen to people who have been in business and who are sharing their knowledge. So our next thing now. You see you?
Well, it's the motivational speaking.
It's the motivational speaking. That was what I was
going to do. Where did that come from? And how did you, venture into that? Because there's other things that is going to lead on from that particular answer that people ought to know.
Well, in I would say it was in 2020, I joined a group, and they've got over, I think, 6,000 women globally, and it was the group. The group was called Global Women, and the founder was Mirella Sula. And I joined that group and started to do speaking. That I was invited to speak over different areas of the world, in Cyprus, in Stockholm, in Accra, but all online. I was invited to speak. And then later on, I did in 2021, I decided to do the Speaking with Impact course with the lovely Lisa Nichols. You've heard of Lisa Nichols?
Yes. My word.
Motivational speaker. So I actually shared the screen, although virtually, with Lisa Nichols. So I won a $10,000 training. Somebody else offered it and won it and offered it to me. I mean, I'll tell you.
Wow.
And I was able to do a 9-month training with Lisa Nichols on her platform with her wonderful team. And as a result, the speaking engagements came in. So I was speaking in Africa, but all virtually. This all happened during the lockdown, and then I was actually doing motivational speaking all over the globe and became an international speaker. Last year, I spoke in Hawaii on their stage, and then I spoke in February 22 in the US, but we all came together online. So hopefully now things open up, I may be doing a few
you'll be doing one of these Black Business Recommendation, that's for sure. Don't you get away with it.
And I also won a Global Woman. Sorry, I also won Global Woman of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year last year.
Well,
we were leading into that.
That was last year, but there was more this year, but that was last year.
And congratulations there. We've got a picture of that as well.
This is this year. This is this year.
That's this year's one.
Yes. Health Champion of the Year.
And there you go, everyone. Just showing a few things.
Wait. Show that again.
You want me to show it again?
Yeah.
I was showing your other accomplishments.
You know what?
Bring it forward.
Bring it forward. Because we can't really see it. But
bring it forward. Into the screen.
Yeah, it's not showing it.
Yeah, it's not showing as well, unfortunately.
It's not showing. So
my background, yes.
There's a picture of that.
Yes, I will. There's a picture of me there winning the award. And that was last month. That was only last month.
Okay, so let's talk about that now. So last month you won that. Like the flowers, though.
Yeah.
You look wonderful there. Now, what happened there? When were you told, and what's the situation for that?
I was invited by the organisers, which was the Suffolk BME Suffolk Awards, which was organised by the Bangladesh community and also the college, and they were sponsored as well. I was invited in September to come along and be a part of it, because I was also nominated in 2017 and I became a finalist. So I said, okay, I'll go along. And I've done some work with them in the community. I actually done 60 health checks for the Asian and Bangladesh community, actually going into earlier in the year. And what happened was, I went along thinking, well, I was just going along like everybody else. And I then got what the organizer, the ones who were running the event said, come and sit near the front, Shirley, come and sit near the front.
Oh, they're naughty.
Why do they want me to come and sit near the front? I thought, are they up to something? And then all of a sudden, the two awards, because one of them was Female Entrepreneur of the Year award as well, which I was in that category, and the other one was the Health Champion of the Year. So when the Female Entrepreneur came up, my friend, who I work with also in the business, Imani, she won that, but I was a finalist, but you still get a certificate. And then next thing they called out, and the winner is Health Champion of the Year is Shirley Powell.
Wow.
You know,
amazing.
Mouth open. So I was like, wow. I was absolutely really sort of shocked.
Taken back.
Yeah, and grateful, because, you know, I hadn't been able to do, because of a recent health challenge, I wasn't able to do much work this year, but it was great to see that people were recognizing what we were doing in the community after 6 years being running the business. So that was
here's a question. You say we. What does your team consist of?
Well, as part of the team, we have our marketing person who supports with the marketing. I also have a business mentor who guides me on specific things within the business. We have our accountant, but I'm also looking for some other directors to come alongside me to work with me who have a particular interest within health. Because, when we've gone for funding, some of these things have been affected because they're saying that the team doesn't seem big enough. So I'd be very happy to, if anybody is really passionate about health as much as I am, who would love to work with me as a director, then do contact me, because I'm very happy to continue.
We have a few people who will get in touch with you. We'll pass you on and see, you know, where we go from there, because it is about collaboration. So, you know, this is really good news to hear that, you know, there is growth even in these times, because, you know, that's the important thing, you know.
And the business has evolved a lot, because when I started, we were just doing health checks. We've been asked to go into the barber shop and do health checks with the men in the barber shop. And the thing about it is, because our business is so flexible, we go to people. They don't have to always come to us. We do see people in our office if they want to come to us. We actually go out to people, so they don't have to feel like, well, you know, and we work with people. We've actually gone, and when the young boys have been playing football one Sunday afternoon, and gone to support by doing health checks for the parents. So so
well, that's really good.
It's very adaptable. And also we have a social responsibility. We work with other organizations like the homeless, Emmaus, which is an organization that helps the homeless. We've gone to help them. There's all different things that we do in terms of supporting our community.
Well, I think that is really, really, really good. And I think also as well to bring it back around again to how we conduct our businesses and are flexible. So you're going back into the barbershops where, you know, those types of conversations take place.
I've got,
you know what I mean? Where
I've got many ideas and places that I'm going to call you for. Now, the thing for people must remember is this does cost money to actually travel from A to B. So that has to be factored in. Yeah. But either way, it still doesn't mean that you shouldn't call and have a conversation to see how Shirley and her team can help you as an organization or as an individual. So make sure you use that connection and, you know, get online, see where they are for your own self, do the questionnaire for what you need to do, have a conversation, a consultation with Shirley. So what we're saying to you is, it's up to you. It's www.yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk, and it's up to you to take your life into your own hands, because that's your responsibility. And we have someone here who is here to help you to take on board the struggles and strides that you're going to go through, that we all go through in life.
Exactly.
So, you know,
and
have
not
ourselves
only that, unfortunately, because we're just going to have to bring Shirley back another time, because we've not even touched on how she is a motivational speaker, not just like that, can help your business as well. Okay.
Yes.
If you are struggling with your self-esteem, balancing, you know,
there are a myriad of things that Shirley can actually help you with, and you know, we're going to be grabbing her to make sure that she helps our community. Trust me. Right?
Yes. There's one other thing I wanted to say. Right, is that I want to say to the business owners and the entrepreneurs on the platform that you are the face of your business, and really your health is your wealth. So if you're not well and you go down, then who's going to be at the front of your business? So a lot of our people tend to wait until they get ill. What we're about is preventing you from getting ill. We help live and stay well. So it's important to look at your health before you get ill. Where most people wait until it's too late. It's important to check. And we know once you hit 40, that's when everything starts happening. Sorry, but
the way of life.
Yes.
So that is when you've reached your peak at 40, it's time to check that you can maintain as best as you can, rather than just allow yourself to go down the hill. So
Shirley, we could go on forever.
We can.
Honestly, we'll have to have you back on. It's been amazing.
Most definitely.
It's helped, you know what I mean, people listening over the coming weeks and months, you know, that they can come to you and get the information that they need and the health checks that they need as well.
So we're going to do a health check, by the way, just to let everybody know. We're going to do a health check.
Yes, I'm looking forward to coming up.
Exactly.
And it ain't no big pinprick. I just want to
it's a little finger prick.
Small, tiny thing, right? So
you won't even know I've done it.
Exactly. So everybody, just to remind you again, please go to www.yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk. If you wish to book a 15-minute appointment with Shirley, you can do. We've shared the link with you, and I'll put it again here for you to see. All right, but we will share it, so do not worry if you do not see it. We will be sharing that again.
We'll also put it onto the Black Business Recommendation Facebook page, so that you can actually see it, so you can actually access it and click onto it. So we'll see how things deliver from there. Remember also, you can watch this program again. You can share it with family and friends. Don't forget sharing it with family and friends, because the information that you're getting, right, not many people get it.
Exactly.
Right? Because how many times have you gone to the doctors and you've got to wait 6 weeks to see them?
Yes.
And then imagine then you get yourself in the situation where the doctor sees you, and then it's another 3 weeks before you get the results.
Exactly.
So you're on 2 months. Yeah.
And you have somebody who's culturally, we are culturally sensitive to your needs. So, you know, we know the culture. Some people will go and they'll tell you your blood test was fine, but what does fine mean? You know, we have to take time and explain to you. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you've also said that you're giving away a wonderful freebie. Do you want to explain that before I put it up on the screen for everyone? I think I've shared it in the chat.
I love to give away a free gift to you. What it is, it's a meal planner. So those of you who know me or follow me already on Facebook, you will know that I love to cook. So I do lots of cooking, and the gift is a meal planner, which has been created so that you can download and plan your meals. You know, you might be thinking after Christmas, okay, I need to get back on track. Once I get the fruit cake and the rum
forget
cake.
the after Christmas. I need to get on track right now.
Because I know people can say, well, you know, I've got to have my sorrel, I've got to have my cake, and, you know, chicken and my curry goat. So they might want to get that. Then when they're finished, when Christmas is over, they can start to plan their meals and sort out and have it for a week and print it off. So it's a meal planner. So you just click the link and download it, and you should be able to have that.
We'll be downloading that as well.
Our Facebook page, we have lots of information about health, free information on there about health as well.
So your Facebook page is Your Life in Your Hands as well?
No, it's I think I did put it in the link there for you.
Yes, I have shared that, and I will be sharing that with everyone.
It's at it's Your Life in Your Hands as well. Yes, it is Your Life, but the shortened version is the Facebook bit, you know, with the
yeah. YL.
Yep, I got it. Initials. Yes.
Yep. All right. Okay.
We're also on LinkedIn and Twitter if people want to follow us.
And we'll be sharing that with everyone. It's been amazing.
It's been a pleasure. You know, it's been a learning curve. And there are some things that we're going to be calling Shirley to do for ourselves personally. And we want you as an audience to actually take on board that you have your life in your hands. Get in touch with Shirley. Get onto the website. Book yourself a consultation. Do it all. And don't just prevaricate that, you know, oh, one day it will be done.
Yeah, no, let's do it
now. Just go and do it. Don't procrastinate, because that's where we all go wrong. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go and deal with things.
Okay.
Shirley.
And Shirley, it's been lovely. We will have you back on, because we want people to really hone in on. We want to share how you can help them, motivational speaking, and get them really going. Right, if they're kind of in the way with their, you know, with their business. So we look forward to having you back again, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been lovely having you, and I just want to say to everybody, thank you for those who supported me, those who nominated our business, and just keep well, stay well, and boost your immune system, and keep well in this cold weather.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shirley.
Thank you, Hugh, Lorraine. It's been a pleasure.
A lovely Christmas. All right.
And you too. God bless you both.
Thank you,
my darling. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, everybody.
Well, there you go. Shirley giving you all the information you need. And remember, as we said just now, you know, go onto the website, www.yourlifeinyourhands.co.uk. This is important for you. Maybe this may be the situation where you think, okay, my resolution is to take care of myself. That's what you do. You get in touch.
Yeah, exactly. But moving on.
I'm
sure you all have realized that we do have a great opportunity
for people,
for everyone.
If you are in business, as a Black-owned business and entrepreneur, you may think of how do I maintain my business, improve my business. Black Business Recommendation has put together £10,000 as a business development loan. And all the information you need is in www.blackbusinessrecommendation.com. Go there, sign on, right? There's a small fee. It is to help us to regenerate, to do it again. It's not about
let's do it for ourselves.
Making money for us. It's about whatever you pay, you can actually pay that, because what we're going to do is taking that money and we're going to regenerate, to make sure we can give another business a loan, right? So please get on board. And also while you're there, you'll see on the 15th of April, we got a wonderful event with some big superstars.
And
come
and shake a leg.
Come and shake a leg, have something
Let's
to eat,
celebrate.
have something to drink, and get some comedy down your back so that you can laugh all the way through. Get some music. We have Hill Street Soul, we have Loose Ends, we have Omar, and we have Jeff Schumann, and the DJ for the night is Governor General, and our compere is
Calvin Francis.
There you go. Right? And we've put it all together for you, and it's going to be a wonderful night. It happens on April the 15th, Saturday, April the 15th, from 5:30 until midnight. So we've got a long time to do a lot of things. So
exactly.
Until then.
All right. So again, to enter the competition for the
£10,000 business, interest-free, by the way.
Yeah. You go to www.blackbusinessrecommendation.com and you will be able to see everything over there and how to enter and so forth. The closing date for the competition to get your application in, okay, is the 31st of January 2023. Okay, so we can't say easier than that. We are doing it for ourselves,
and we're making it as easy as possible
for ourselves. Yeah, we all know the challenges that we face when trying to secure funds to move our businesses forward. Okay, and what we're wanting to show everyone is that we are doing it for ourselves, and we are doing that by example.
Yeah, so we're trying to lead for other businesses to say, okay, let's create a treasure trove for us to give money to Black businesses, to provide us with a loan that we can actually get on board. It's what we're doing is an interest-free loan. So it's £10,000, and what you get is £10,000. You don't pay back anymore, and the payment is to actually speak to us for us to arrange whatever time. It's negotiable. Right? So without further ado, just get on it. Because time is very close. You might think, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't go like that.
Okay.
That time will disappear on you.
Okay, so it's a great opportunity. Good luck. All right. You got to be in it.
Yeah,
okay?
You got to be in it to win it.
Good luck to you all.
Yeah.
Okay, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Next week is going to be our last show for the Christmas. Yeah. Okay, so join us then, and hopefully
we're going to have some fun. All right.
Have some fun then.
Okay. Right. Take care. Love to you all. Blessing to you all.
Blessings.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.